September 8th, 2024. They're messing with my phone, God. Get rid of them. They mess with my phone out at this beach. There's a lot of evil people, evil spirits out here. Carlsbad Beach. They've been messing with my phone ever since I first came out here. September 7th or September 8th, 2024. They're trying to make the program crash and all this other stupid nonsense they do to my phone. What I started recording this for is to talk about the reggae scene in LA and apparently down in San Diego. Cali reggae, what they're calling dubsteppers, the whole party scene, dub. God apparently wanted me to go up to LA to see what was going on, what these sick freaks are doing with this music. There's a lot of drunkenness and perversion and all kinds of other things going on. As a priest, I have to talk about these things and address them as they are. Not as I want them to be or as other people want them to be. As it is. There's too much immorality. There's too much drunkenness. There's too little concern for younger generations and the examples that are being set for them. Cali reggae, California reggae, is not reggae. It's not Rastafari. So, they're mixing these things together and it's corrupting and tainting what it's supposed to be. They're making money off of it. They're getting famous on the internet. And behind the scenes, they're not living right. So, I have to call judgment on these things because these things are supposed to be kept sacred and holy. It's not something for anybody to just, hey, I'm gonna, put together some music and sing some songs and pretend like I'm part of it. It doesn't work like that. I don't condone it. I went out to LA to dance 2 Saturdays ago. I reached out for help to the people there. Only one guy actually listened to me and tried to help me. And he's like, I know everybody's doing the best they can, but it's like, I can't depend on any of them. And that's what's clear to me. I need a phone number. They won't give it to me. Tell people to call me. They don't reach out to me. I can't depend on them. They're obviously not practicing what they preach. And it's because of the drunkenness and the immorality and all the other things going on. It's corruption. It's spiritual and moral corruption. I don't have to condone it. I don't care what they call themselves. It's funny, a lot of these guys, it's not funny, but they call themselves Ross, which is like the head of an army, as if they're part of it. But they're living like wicked sinners, man. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, that's not how it works. Yeah, so I've confronted this stuff in my own life because I've been a sinner. And, like, I didn't grow dreadlocks for years because I wasn't living right, dude. You know, I tried growing them again, and I was down in a dark place, and it was just like, it would have been hypocrisy if I did that, dude. I didn't start dreadlocking my hair again until it was, like, clear that, I cleared out my debt, my karmic debt. I've grown dreadlocks maybe, I don't know, like 7 times or something. A couple times I cut them off because I thought it was a good idea. A couple times I did it because I didn't want to be associated with people with dreadlocks. That one main time I did it in Nevada City, or Grass Valley, 2012 on St. Patrick's Day, is because Soul Medic and whoever his whole posse is, I don't know if he was drinking. I know J. Ross was, and what's that dude's name? Some blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude. They were all drinking whiskey and singing Irish songs and stuff, and I thought it was interesting, but, like, I was there, it's like 23, 24 years old or something, and I needed help, man, and they're all just drinking and partying, and it's not real, dude. They're fronting as Rastas. They are fronting as Rastas. They know how to talk the talk, they pretend to walk the walk, but when it's time to get down to business, the sick freaks scatter and they're nowhere to be found. I can't count on a single one of them. I have a better chance, depending on a homeless tweaker that's living in their car down by the homeless shelter. And that's the truth, man. Sick hypocrites. Hypocrites and parasites. Ungrateful. You don't get to take this music and pretend like you're spiritual people and you're not. You don't get to do that. And you're not just going to hear it from me, you're going to hear it from the Jamaicans. They've been saying it. Queen Africa can't stand you freaks. So we got to clean up this mess. And you stupid freaks that don't want to put in the work, you need to get out of the way. Because you're in the way. Doesn't matter how you feel about it, what your opinion is, none of it. Doesn't matter how much money you have, who you know, where you've been, who you've made music with, none of that matters. Either you're cut out to actually lead and do the job, or you're not. If you're not, get out of the way. I'm done with this crap, man. This whole fake reggae scene crap in California, it makes me sick. I'm the Rastafari High Priest. This reggae music that you guys want to call Rasta makes me sick. This is like me looking back at like, oh yeah, this is why I separated myself from the so-called Rastas all these times and all these years. I can't get connected with the real ones because these sick evil freaks are gatekeeping the connections. So I have to just be by myself as like some lone wolf. And just, I mean, I'm being isolated for multiple reasons, good and bad. God does not want me mixed up with you sick freaks and the stuff you're trying to attach to the name of Rastafari. It's not okay. It's basically sacrilegious. Sacrilege. Look it up if you don't know what it is. So I'm down here, back down in this area, and I'm at this beach where they've like worked hardcore iniquity against me, messing with my phone, whatever it is, these beings. And they get overpowered like the stupid evil nerds that they are. And I'm like, trying to move on, dude. I need to take care of some stuff, and I can't do it there. I had 2 weeks to speak to Fakir Amlak, or whatever his name is, in there, that area. He never reached out to me. Mike ignored my texts. 2 or 3 other guys I said I needed to talk to Fakir to help me talk to him. He just looked the other way like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, I need to talk to somebody about what I've experienced. That's an actual Rasta that knows about these spiritual concepts. Why are you sick freaks gatekeeping connections? I don't know what's up with Fakir. I mean, he seemed like he was okay. But I see who he's rolling with, and I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I wouldn't want to be attached to that. Yeah, I'm separate from everybody and everything. So I get to say these things, man. God doesn't want all this foolishness. If you're not caring about setting a better example for younger generations and upholding righteousness, you're not qualified to do the type of work that is required. You need to step aside. If you're going to be a pushover sissy, you need to step aside. If you're going to gatekeep connections because you think you have a right to do that, you need to step aside. I'm so used to this, man. I'm on another level of consciousness to where now I know this is what they do. And I don't have to play this stupid game anymore. Like, I get to be free from the suffering. This has caused me so much suffering in my life that it's unbelievable. You sick freaks would leave me for dead and you'd let me die. You would. You've proven that to me. Only one person in LA really tried to help me out in whatever little ways that they could. Out of the whole group of people. And I'm assuming San Diego's not going to be much different. If I head down there, it's probably just about the same. Same kind of hypocrisy and sickness. All of California is basically affected by this. Northern California, all the way down here. Same type of vibe, man. Bunch of people pretending to be spiritual, wanting to make money, living like a bunch of hypocrites. Opportunists. No, you can't do that. I don't condone it. You're not like me. You're beneath me. I actually walk the walk. I'm not perfect, but I don't settle for the sickness. That's the difference between me and most others involved here, is they have settled for the sickness because they don't know how to raise the standards and actually uphold righteousness. They're a bunch of cowards who don't want to speak the truth because it puts their opportunity, quotation marks, at risk. A bunch of cowards, man. I put my life on the line for over a year documenting what I've been through, and I'm still doing it. It's been more like 2-3 years really, but on YouTube I've been fighting against the censorship and all the other crap they've been doing to me, while promoting all these liars who pretend to be spiritual. They get all these large platforms and stuff. Meanwhile, I'm telling the truth, and they won't let me have one at all. It's spiritual wickedness. They think they get to control narratives over like what spirituality is and isn't, when they're not even practicing it. They're promoting lies and steering people the wrong way. It's deceit. It's treachery. It's mind control. It violates spiritual law. It violates universal law. Those who are participating in these things will be held accountable and severely punished by God as He sees fit. The universe only works one way. You cannot manipulate these things to suit yourselves in these selfish endeavors that you have, thinking that you can somehow manipulate things to get what you want without actually needing to be a decent human. You don't get to do that. The universe doesn't work like that. Shortcuts lead to dead ends. You might end up being able to run and cheat for a while, but eventually it'll catch up to you, man. You'll feel empty inside. You can have all the money in the world, be famous, and still be empty inside. I'm living in homelessness and poverty, being terrorized and gang stalked, and my life is rich. I have mystical experiences every day because I'm doing good things and God rewards me. Not because I'm thinking I'm holier than anybody. It's just I actually do the work, man. I actually tell the truth. I don't settle for these things that others want me to settle for, like tolerating drunkenness at reggae shows. No. That's not the way it's supposed to be. If you're promoting these things, it's going to catch up to you, and your conscience is going to rot until you get honest.